Hey, it's your girl Keara, and I'm back with another video. But this one actually is not about micrologs. Wait, don't go anywhere. This one is about something that I just felt on my heart I wanted to talk about. Just so you know, subscribers, new subscribers, this page is going to be just like me, a well-rounded thing. Person. I'm a person, but you get it. The page is a thing and I'm a person. Anyways, so on today's video, we're going to talk through something that is near and dear to my heart. The power in finding your voice, using your voice, and knowing when to say no. Just a little bit about me. I am a first-generation college student. I broke into tech. I was no experience, was making six figures. Moving into an entrepreneur role now. I'm pursuing entrepreneurship now. But yeah, I would consider myself a fairly successful person, given kind of the odds that I face, not only as a child of teenage parents, but also as a brown girl, a black girl, right, in America. All my life, I've had people that doubted me, doubted my potential. I've even had people that told me, "Oh yeah, you aren't gonna make it," or "Oh, at least you have your looks," or this and that. I've been a victim to bullies. I've been a victim to all these different things throughout my life. But I've always known that there was something special about me. And really, that was the power of my voice and the power of finding my voice. And not voice as in la 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 la, not that kind of voice, right? More so the voice of my desires, the voice of my Holy Spirit, the voice of my intuition, and the voice of my true wants and passions, and really just holding closely to that voice and not navigating or deviating away from it. So that being said, I think it's very important to share what I've learned about finding your voice, owning your voice, and knowing when to say no. So that's the reason why I'm creating this video. So that being said, I think before we dive into how you can find your voice, how you can own your voice once it's found, and how to say no, it's important to really understand what confidence is. Yes, confidence. Now, I am not like a VP of confidence. I've had my moments of insecurity. I do not think that I am the spokesperson of confidence in this world, but I think that I am a pillar of confidence. I am an illustration of what confidence truly means, the inner confidence deep down. Because one, I believe in myself. I think that there is nothing that I can't do or nothing that I can't overcome. Two, in moments of doubt, I'm resilient. I get up, I try again, I dust myself off. And three, I trust myself. And moving into the definition of confidence, I'm gonna put it on the screen. So confidence. Going into the definition of confidence. Did I hear the confidence theme song? Confidence is really the trust in one's own self, right? I can give you a couple of examples of how we show confidence every day outside of ourselves. Maybe when you were a kid, your parent or guardian fed you every day at 7 o'clock p.m. and you were confident that you were going to eat that day, right? Or, when you went to sleep, you wake up the next day, you're confident that the sun's going to come back up again, right? I'm just trying to give you different scenarios of confidence and how we actually do practice confidence in our day-to-day lives. We practice confidence outside of our own selves all the time, but sometimes it's harder to practice confidence within and be introspective with the tool of confidence and self-assuredness. And so that being said, I want to start off with the first lesson and the first takeaway, which would be how to find your voice. So when it comes to how to find your voice, I would highly recommend some kind of form of self-reflection. For me, I find that what works best is an hour of journaling each week where I can really just reflect on the things I've experienced throughout my week to week. But that was with me using the voice that I've already built up for myself, right? So your reflection and your self-reflection when it comes to journaling might look a little bit different when you're looking to understand how to define your voice. That might look more so like you asking yourself, hey, what do I believe in? What are my core values? Having these little homework assignments with yourself. When it comes to love, what do I believe love is? How do I want to be loved? What am I passionate about? Um, what kind of friendships do I want? What kind of friendships do I see myself attracting in the next 3 years? What kind of friend do I want to be? So, these questions, when you ask yourself these questions, it allows you to practice, not only answering these questions about yourself and being more introspective, but really having a solid framework of who you really are. As long as you're being honest and genuine as you sit with yourself and you learn yourself, then there's nothing that can go wrong, okay? So be sure that you start with self reflection. And again, for me, that's journaling. For you, that might be something else, but really, to me, the ultimate goal is uninterrupted time of just sitting with yourself. If you want to sit with yourself in silence, close your eyes, maybe pray and ask God to guide you through that moment of self reflection. Hey, that works too. But yes, first but not least, you want to start with self reflection to build that foundation of what your voice is and who you are, learning yourself, right? And then as you learn yourself, you can start listening to your gut feelings. So stepping outside of self-reflection, journaling, and as we navigate throughout the world, practicing listening to our gut feelings. By this time, now that we've done the journaling, we've done the homework when it comes to learning ourselves, we have more of those tools to guide us through our day to day. So as we navigate complexities and problems in our life, it's important that you listen to your gut feeling. And that could look like many different things. It could look like if you are driving to work and something tells you to avoid that street. It could look like if you meet someone and something in your heart says, I don't know if I should give this person my number. That is another way that you can trust your intuition. You don't give that person your number. Or maybe you're in a group setting, a friend setting, or even one on one with a new friend, and you want to be vulnerable, but something in your heart, something in your gut is telling you, maybe I shouldn't share this information with that person. That is how you start to listen to your gut feelings. That is how you start to not only build trust in yourself, but practice trust within yourself day to day. I'll give you an example. I went to the gym the other day and I love sauna. I love to, in my gym session with a nice little 10-minute sauna. I don't know how anybody does 20. I do 10, but yeah, 10-minute sauna. And I walked into the sauna and it just was feeling kind of eerie. Like the locker room was smelling kind of weird and people were acting kind of weird. And so, with the fumes in the sauna, just the way that it felt on my eyes and my skin, I was like, I'm not sitting in this sauna today. I'm out. I'm out. Peace. And that doesn't necessarily mean that something bad was going to happen, right? But guess what? I'm not gonna know. I'm gonna never know, right? Because I chose to listen to my intuition, and God knows, right? So when God speaks to you, when you get that gut feeling about a person, place, or thing, and you listen to it, that's how you know you started to listen to your voice, your inner spirit, which is God speaking through you, in you, that is the godliness in you, right? So that is how you can also work on finding and establishing your voice. And then I would also say cutting out external noise. So we all have those bad influences that make us question ourselves or are overly critical. Maybe, even with me starting a YouTube channel. Oh, I don't know if YouTube is that place, I don't know if that's gonna be profitable, blah, blah, blah. I still chose to follow my inner voice and do something I've always wanted to do. So that's an example of me removing external noise and blocking out noise. Or something that is trying to pit you against something that you're fond of, or something that you want to explore. Even with me starting my new real estate career, there's been a lot of talk about, are you sure that's going to be profitable? I don't know. I've heard it all, but yeah, I believe in myself and I believe in my abilities and I believe in my plan. So, that being said, I decided to block out external noise, and you can too. If you are confident in your abilities, if you built up that trust in yourself, if you found your voice and now you're using it to guide you throughout life, then it's important that you also know when to block out external noise. Okay. So, here are some ways that you can use that voice of yours, that powerful, strong voice of yours in your day to day life. So, one recommendation I would have is stand up for your beliefs when you have the opportunity to do so. Express those values. Remember when you were self-reflecting, learning more about your core beliefs, your ethics, your morals, your values, you have all of the tools ready for you. Now you're going to go out to the world, you have your armor, you have your shield, and you're going to protect that voice that you found. Okay? So you're going to stand up for your beliefs, okay? You're going to express your values. Speak up for what you believe in, whether it's during a conversation and you want to share your opinion about something, or somebody asks for your opinion. Share your values, share your beliefs. Your voice has its power when you're using it and when you're advocating for the things you believe in. Okay, so don't shy away from expressing yourself on topics you care about. Speak up for your beliefs. I'll share a story with you. I worked at a job where I wasn't making exactly what I wanted to make. Um, and I wanted a raise and I wanted to make what I wanted to make. My boss at that point in time was just like, if you don't like it, there's nothing we can do about it. If you don't like it, leave, basically. And I thought, I'm the number one producer on the team. I'm not sure if everyone outside of that boss would feel that way about that. So I pulled some strings. I advocated for myself. I prepared a presentation. I pitched to the COO, and I got a 20% raise, okay, and I got my promotion that I wanted. And so that was all just the power of self-advocacy and standing up for my beliefs. And I believed in myself and what I deserved at that establishment, that corporation, okay? So first but not least, I would say stand up for your beliefs when it comes to how you can use your voice. And set boundaries. This kind of ties into our final note of when to say no, but we'll use this at a broader scale, okay? So when it comes to setting boundaries, it's important that you protect your space, okay? One of the most important ways to use your voice is to set and enforce boundaries in your relationships, friendships, work, and daily interaction. Setting boundaries, okay? I am a strong believer when it comes to setting boundaries. If you know any of my personal friends, if you know my family, you will know that I don't shy away at setting boundaries, almost to a fault, which we'll talk about some other time. But yes, it's important that you protect your space. One of the most important ways you can use your voice is to protect your space, enforce boundaries in relationships and work and friendships and daily interactions. So when you're setting boundaries, be sure to be clear and assertive when communicating what you need to be done so you can be comfortable. Use I statements, say I need, I feel, and ask gracefully. If that person doesn't respect your request, or they start a new argument with you, or they try to deflect, then maybe that's somebody that you should not have in your life. Set boundaries and do what works for you. Ask for what you want. Make your needs known, whether it is you advocating for a promotion, if you're in a relationship or if you're in a marriage and you need your partner to do something that resonates with your love language. Maybe you used to go on more dates and maybe you want another date once a week, or okay, maybe that might be overkill for some people. Like, okay, I that's funny. I need my dates. My man knows that I need my dates, okay? But okay, maybe you need your dates, once a month, and you want to have a really nice dinner date that resonates with you. Communicate that. You have a right to enjoy the things you're experiencing, okay? There is nothing to be shy about. Ask for what you want. Assertively and not aggressively. When you're communicating, there's no need to be rude. There's no need to yell and be disrespectful. We all have to learn how to communicate fairly and as adults, because I don't know how old you all are, but I think we were all adults on this page. Yeah, I think I said like 18 plus. Yeah, we're adults, okay? You're an adult. Act like an adult. Communicate like an adult. Use your voice like an adult, okay? And then, some people say that you get more bees with honey. Also, it's important that you express your emotions authentically, okay? If someone is asking you about something, or if you proactively tell someone something that you're not comfortable with, be authentic about how things have made you feel, why these things matter to you, and just observe the reactions and act accordingly, okay? Be authentic about what doesn't sit right with you, okay? And that actually is a good segue into our last and final point, knowing when to say no. People really struggle with saying no, and they might find that they say yes, yes, yes to so many things. They might find that they have people-pleasing tendencies, but that doesn't do anything for anyone. It doesn't do anything for yourself if you are a people pleaser, because you're not happy with the things you commit to that you don't want to commit to. And it doesn't do anything for the people that you are people-pleasing with, right? Or people-pleasing for, right? It just makes you have resentment for them. Then you're going to explode. They're not going to like it. They're not going to understand where it came from. And it's just going to be done. Cut. Scene over. Here are some examples of when it's important to say no. So when it conflicts with your values, if a request or opportunity goes against your core values or principles, remember we were discovering what that is. Personally, I've been invited to like psychic reading parties and things like that. I don't know why, because I'm not into that stuff. But like, I knew to say no because that goes against what I believe in. I don't believe in like that witchcraft stuff. I really don't, right? So I know to say no if someone were to invite me. You know, I'm not a judgmental person. I have all types of people in my circle, close friends, acquaintances, things of that nature that all believe in many different things. But hey, some people might have interests that don't really fall in line with what I believe, and I'm gonna know to say no, okay? It's also important to know to say no when you're overextended. So if you're already juggling too many commitments, adding more time will lead to burnout. Don't start that new project if you don't have the time for it, right? Wrap up the things you need to focus on before you commit to other things, especially if it involves other people, because you don't want to let them down. And you want to really show up as your best self. So if you are already overextended, know to say no at the beginning. When you need to prioritize your goals, distractions can kind of pull you away from that end goal. Right now, I would say I'm in a really busy season of my life where I need to focus on my entrepreneurship, right? And so if anything is distracting me negatively, it needs to go. It's a no. I am comfortable saying no, and I want you to be comfortable saying no too. When it's a one-sided relationship or friendship, I had cut off someone that I knew for, 10 years because I really felt like they were not pouring into my cup how I had poured into their cup, and the friendship just wasn't growing at the rate that I had thought that we would be at that point, right? And so it was important for me just to say, you know what, hey, like there's nothing wrong with you, but this doesn't work for me, right? Knowing to say no. I'm a very intentional person. I've done that homework. I've done that self-reflection. I know what my ethics are. I know what my core values are. I'm intentional about who I have in my life, who I bring around my friends, and who I invite into my community on a deeper level. And so if I ever feel like it's one-sided, if I ever feel like I'm not pouring into your cup and my cup is not being poured into, if I ever feel like I'm being disrespected, if I just feel like it's just unbalanced, I am saying no, okay? I'm not doing anything one-sided. I believe that I have too much value for things like that, okay? And then when it doesn't serve your well-being, so maybe something was working out for you, like maybe that relationship or that job, and then it's just, you found over time, it just started eating away at your mental health. Maybe it's not serving your well-being. Things are getting toxic. Things are getting disrespectful, right? You know you're showing up as your best self, but other people aren't. Know to say no. Okay, everyone. So that is today's video. I know it's a bit different than my microlock videos. I have a lot more to share when it comes to my hair journey, but just wanted to create a quick video to talk through some things that I've learned during my growth journey. If there's anything in this video that resonates with you, if you've learned anything, I'd love to hear more in the comments. Feel free to subscribe if you like videos like this. I'd love your feedback. I'm new to the YouTube thing, but I'm true to this thing at the same time. And I'm really here just to build a community of folks that want to grow, whether it's growing their microlocks or growing as an individual. But yeah, that's it for today. My name is Keara, and let's continue to grow more. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and take care. And know when to say no and use your voice. All right.